Okay, yeah, hello, good minds. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Focus Academic Solution. If this is your first time of writing JAMB and this is your first time of using CBT, I will advise you to watch this video to the very end because I'll be telling you some errors and what you should do and what you should not do. Why using CBT? Why writing your JAMB as a first time? All right, let's look at the first thing you should not do. Okay, so familiarizing yourself with the CBT format, so understand how the CBT system works. Practice using a computer and get used to the timing and navigation of the exam. So what does this mean? I believe most of us have been practicing in the days back when we had in our various tutorial using the CBT test practice to know how the system works, how the question has been set. So these are the important things that you should not joke with, and they are very, very, very important. So that are the one on the thing you shouldn't joke with. And the next thing is that practice using a CBT stimulators. So a stimulator CBT you can find that online. So it's still part of what I said earlier. For those that have been using the CBT practice test to work, you see the interface of how it works, the settings of the calculator on the screen, and some other thing that is very useful that you need to do the online examination. These are the important thing you should not joke with. The next thing is what you should do is that you should arrive early. Now, very important. Getting early to your center is really important. And I will advise you that you should go a day before to go and check your center for those that and their center is really far from where they are staying. Okay, let's say for an instance you're in Lagos and your center is on island or mainland or you don't know the place. Okay, good. I believe now there's a Google map, you can easily check location on your phone and get to the place. So one of the things you should always learn is that you should get to the exam early so that you can have your time to relax and think. Because getting there late might cause you some stress, and some in some photo card, some having their exam 6:30, some having their exam 7 a.m., but the 6:30 is not the time you are going to start, but the arrangement proper for the exam will be starting another time. The lives of the thumb printing and the other stuff you'll be doing will be happening, but the advice is that you should get there very early and get yourself prepared, so get used to the environment. So if there's any information they'll be passing, so you'll be there to receive the information. So it won't be as if you are getting there late and they have, if the center is being changed or adjusted, or there is a change of location in the center you are for the exam to be written. So if you are there early, all those things you will know. But if you get there late, some things you will miss some information that those that have gotten there earlier have received. So the advice that you get to your exam day at least an hour before the exam starts. The next thing is that the necessary documents you need to bring to your exam center. All right, you need to be there with your jam slip or your passport photo or your means of identification. So why do you need your means of identification or passport? Now, some people when they get to the center and they're about to do the thumb print, I mean their fingerprint. So the sensor might not get the signal of their hand. Maybe kind of some people, maybe the blood in their finger could not get the sensor. The other means they can use for you is maybe your means of identification. They can ask you for your passport photograph to check if you are the one on the photo card. I mean your jam slip for the examination, because there's a case that have been happening over years that some people will come and do non-appearance. I think that has stopped though, but you still have to go there so that to avoid delay when you're about to do your exam, because if you don't do the thumb printing, you're not allowed to get to go and do the examination. And the other way they can use to allow you to waive that for you is getting there with a passport photograph or any of your means of identification to show them that you are the real person on the photo card for the examination. So the next thing is that you check your exam location center. So verify the location of your exam center in advance and make sure that you know the route. Yes, that's very important. So getting the right location and knowing the route to your exam is very important. So some exam centers, Lagos traffic everywhere, and you have to be there early and know the right route to your center. So I think that should not be a problem for us. You can get to your exam center easily by checking your Google map, by giving a right description of how to get there, or you use your riders or your Uber, your any kind of means of identification that can get to your center easily. You can also do that. The next thing is your examination guideline. Yes, JAMB always have their guideline when it comes to examination, and I believe in your various tutorial center, the syllabus have been explained to you proper, and for each subject, your combination you are doing for the commercial student and the art and the science student. So each combination you are doing for the course of choice you choose in your JAMB, I think the syllabus is been given, and the guideline for the exam itself is well explained. There are some rules and regulations you should follow while you writing your examination using your CBT. There are rules and regulations, and this rules and regulation is very important. You must abide with it so that you don't get disqualified for the exam. The next thing is time management. Yes, always learn how to manage your time. So on this note, I will just tell you, if you are the one writing your exam for the first time, and you have to learn how to manage your time. Accuracy matters. You have to be smart at the same time. You have to be smart and you let your mind be what you are doing, and don't waste time on solving one thing over and over again. If you know that you have solved a question, you're not getting the result to it, move to the next question. If you have done the one you know, you can have enough time to go back and do the ones you could not solve because the time is waiting. So if you stay on one question and you keep solving, the answer is not showing forth, you solve again, the answer is not showing forth, no, that will cause you a delay and waste of time. So smartness is one of the things you should learn how to do when you are doing your examination as a first timer writing jam. The next thing, you have to be calm and confident in what you're doing. CBT may feel new and different, yes, but try to remain calm. Trust your preparation and don't be panic. Yes, don't be panic. Yes, exam phobia is real. Yes, exam phobia is real. Even from the moment you go to the center, your center, the way the people there will be addressing you, hey, drop your bag there, don't go there. Some people have this phobia of people getting there. That's gonna cause them some stress. So what I would advise is that you have to calm yourself. So you have to calm down and don't allow fear to erupt you so that you don't do wrong thing. So you have to be calm and confident and be smart at the same time. Now let's look at the don'ts. What you should not do when you're writing your exam as a first timer. So one thing you should not do is that you should avoid bringing of mobile phones to the center. Yes, avoid that. Now, when you get to your center, you see some people over there, so they'll be telling you to submit your items for them to keep for you. Mind you, they will collect money. That's for sure. That's Nigeria. They can't keep for free. They will collect money. So for those of you that you are just getting your location for the first time and your parents would like to call you to know your whereabouts, so it's allow you go there with your phones. And when you go there with phone is not allowed in the exam hall. So you have to give it out to someone to keep for you. So just find your way by setting your phone aside when you are writing your examination. Phone is not allowed. So to avoid disqualification, and calculator too is not allowed. Yeah, you can't go in with calculator, especially scientific calculator is not allowed. On your screen, for those doing anything calculation, you see your screen showing your calculator, they use it. And basically, I believe by now, for those writing mathematics, you should know your shortcuts, your sign functions, you should know everything because jam calculator will not give you all those things. So square root will not show in your calculator. Some other calculational function that you can find in your scientific calculator, they will not show in JAMB calculator. Only four functions you'll be saying, which is the plus, subtraction, addition, and multiplication. So there are some things that you have to have known yourself by now to help yourself. Now, bags or electric gadget is not allowed. Yes, some students be more to put that they are smart. They will be going to the exam or using their smartwatch. Yes, don't. That is not allowed. Now, mind you, what you don't know is that now there's what's it called? Technology is now in place now. There's a detector that can detect that you are using an electronic gadget to so all those things not allowed because of malpractice. And if you are being caught, so you know what will happen to you. So please don't allow all those things. Now, don't rush to the exam. Why time management is important, at the same time you don't get rush. Yes, don't rush. Time time management is important, so at the same time you don't rush yourself to avoid making some errors. So take your time to read and understand the question before answering. Yes, take your time. Instruction is key. Read your instructions, so take your time and do what is necessary. And don't rush yourself by saying that because time is going, you are now rushing. So that's why I said previously you have to be smart and you have to do things accordingly. So don't skip instructions. Pay attention to instructions at the beginning of the exam on the computer screen. Yes, one of the instructions you'll be seeing for those of you that don't know how to use your mouse, I don't know how to, because in the center they can give to you either monitor or laptop to use, depending on the center you're writing in your examination. And some people they are not that computer literate, so if you can't use your mouse, there are shortcut keys on your keyboard you can use for your examination. To next, you can use letter N. To use your previous, you can use letter P. And for your options A, B, C, and D, you can use your letter A, B, C, and D to pick the options. So those are the instructions you should read. So missing instruction can lead to confusion. Yes, for first timer, yeah, for those of you that are just doing your exam for the first time, missing of instruction can cause you a lot of confusion. So you read your instruction before you start the examination. Excuse me. Before you start your examination. Next thing you shouldn't do, don't start without checking your seat. Yes. When you enter the exam hall, check your seat. Ensure your computer is working. That's really important. Ensure it's working. See, some centers they have some kind of computer issue. Maybe their keyboard is not working fine, their mouse, all those kind of thing. If you get to your exam, or that's one of the things you should first check, so that you can call the invigilator attention to it. They can easily fix it for you before you start. Check the mouse. Check if the U is well connected. Check your keyboard if you're well connected. Check anything before you even log in your registration number or you start the examination. You have to check the important thing before you start. Check your seat if it's well placed. If your seat is not inconvenient to you, raise your hand up, attend the invigilator to change your seat. If you observe that the seat given to you is not comfortable. So thank you. The next thing you should do is that don't engage in malpractice. So avoid any form of cheating, as JAMB has their strict policies against malpractice. Be honest in your approach. Yeah, do your things and be honest, and also be prayerful. Now, the lastly is that don't forget to log out. After completing your exam, make sure to properly log out from the computer to ensure your work is submitted. Yes. So don't give yourself a doubtful mind by leaving the computer to submit for you. Well, if the computer submit for you to it will automatically submit. But to be assured that what you have done is you have to submit yourself. So if you have any question to ask based on all this thing as a first time JAMB students, and this is your first time of using the CBT exam, so drop that in the comment section so I will attend to every of your questions. So thanks for watching, and if it's the first time of coming through my channel, please click the subscribe button, share and like. Thank you. Stop, stop.